Alright, what's up guys? So I know it's been like 2 or 3 years or something like that. The last time we posted a video. A lot has changed. A lot. Because this is my new daily. So I'm going to be doing a little review on the Scat-Pack. A little bit more detail. I know a lot of people have done reviews on Scat-Packs and SRTs and Hellcats and what they like and don't like. But I think I'm going to try to cover a little bit more things of like as a daily and just reliability purposes. And honestly why I more than likely will not be getting another Charger or upgrading to a Hellcat. So yeah. Alright, so to start off, this is my 2017 Dodge Charger Scat-Pack. Yellow jacket. When I first started looking for Chargers, I was looking at white ones because I really wanted a white car. But when I saw this one at the dealership, I mean, it really stood out. And that's why I like it, because the Scat-Pack isn't a basic car. And the color, I think, really complements it. Everyone calls it, you know, Bumblebee and all that. So it turns heads everywhere I go. I've been daily driving this for the past 2 years. It's a little bit over 2 years now. I think I'm around like 2,100 miles. Yeah, other than that, it's been pretty reliable. A couple issues, not really with the driveline or anything like that. I think that the driveline, Dodge has nailed it. The 392, the 8-speed trans and everything else, the Brembos, they work pretty well as a car. I mean, I know some people, they buy the Scat-Packs and they don't really drive them, they don't really beat on them. You know, at that point, you might as well just get the V6 Charger. I beat on this car every single day because that's what it's meant to do. That's why I bought it. That's why I pay the money for it. And that's it. So as far as mods, really haven't done much to it. I think because I'm using it as a daily driver, I want to get in it every single day, have it start, have it run. I don't want to, you know, put on E85 or something like that where I'm getting in and oh, it's not starting, oh, it takes like 10 seconds to start up, oh, it's not starting in the cold, whatever. I mean, we live in Southern California, so the cold is not something I have to really worry about, but still I don't want to really deal with those issues. I think the 485 horsepower that it puts out is, I mean, more than enough, especially in LA with the traffic and everything. I mean, you're gonna pass up most every other car on the road. You really, in my opinion, if I wanted extra power, I would have just opted out, paid the extra 50, 60 bucks a month and gotten a Hellcat or whatever. But I think as far as the 392, it's just a stout engine. It gives you the power when you need it, and that's all. So I really haven't done anything as far as mods with like the engine or transmission. The only thing is I have exhaust, debadged, it has a Hemi. So I took that off. I think the 392 just by itself looks clean, especially when it matches the red Brembos. Got the 4-piston Brembos. Other than that, got tint on it, the visor tint. I didn't want to do the whole windshield. I think the color is loud enough where I didn't want the extra attention of the whole windshield being black and getting pulled over left and right. Knock on wood. Watch, we're gonna leave and get pulled over for fucking tint. But other than that, pretty much stock. To the back, again, I just debadged the Dodge. I had these tinted, but the tint was crappy quality and it started peeling, so I took it off. I like the whole blackout without this red, just the white. Other than that, I mean, the biggest rear mod, I guess, as far as looks, is the diffuser with the 2 dual exhausts. I really like the look because I think most modern performance cars, they usually have the 2 dual exhausts on each side, and I really like that look. I think Dodge really should be putting this stock on the cars. The stock single exhaust, I mean, looks fine. I think it's like 3.5 inches. And I think these are 2 3-inch exhausts. It's fine, but I like this. This a little bit sets it apart. I haven't seen that many Chargers that have this exhaust. I know the Challengers, a lot of people do the 2 dual exhausts, but I haven't seen many Chargers with this, and I think it kind of sets it apart. I was thinking of doing the wicker bill, but honestly, it's kind of, yeah, I don't know if it's really worth it. I mean, pretty much stock. Just drive it, and that's it, and beat on it. All right, so we're gonna be doing a little exhaust video, a little drive-by, maybe in the regular mode and in sport. So probably click up here or down here, whatever. I think it does sound a little bit different with the true duals versus what I've heard with just the mid-muffler delete. Not true duals, the dual exhaust tips. It gives it a little bit of different tone. Yeah, other than that, exhaust-wise, it just has the muffler deletes. I didn't really want to go through with like a big Cat-Pack or whatever. So if you guys want to watch the video of the exhaust, click up here. So honestly, the exterior of the car I love how it looks. Really where the car for me starts falling apart and why I wouldn't be getting another Charger is in the interior. Now, I don't know if Dodge was trying to cut costs or what it was, but I mean, up until this year, since 2015, no, I think even since 2011, since the blocky Charger came out, the 300s, all that, they've been using this dash pad. I don't know what about it. I mean, it looks nice if you put like some Armor All on it and for a couple days or a week or 2 weeks. But honestly, after a while, it just starts like graying out. It starts looking dull. I just really don't like it. The 8.8, the Uconnect, it's pretty good. I've had a couple issues with it like not connected to my phone and stuff like that, but Dodge has figured that out. It's pretty easy to use. Everything is in reach. Even though I drive with the gangster lean, I can still touch the screen. I can still change the channels. I can still go through all the settings. So it's cool with that. The center stack with your speedo and your tachometer, I mean, it's okay. I like it because of the center screen, but honestly, you have that big screen, and I feel like Dodge could have just done more with it. I think they're cutting costs or whatever. They couldn't afford a programmer to program some better stuff. I mean, with the screen like that in the center, definitely a lot more. You could do a lot more customization. Maybe like a track mode where you have like your oil pressure and your like trans pressure, or I mean not trans pressure, trans temperature, stuff like that. I mean, it's useful, but other than like flipping through the pages sometimes, like to check my MPGs, I mean, I usually just leave it in the speedometer mode, the digital speedometer, and that's it. Other than that, the steering wheel, it's a little bit beefier than the regular V6 Charger or like the RT, but it's not as like thick and girthy, and it's not the same shape as the SRT. But it works. The paddles, I wish they were just mounted to the column, because sometimes if you're doing more spirited driving, like on canyons and all that, I mean, when you turn the wheel, you gotta upshift or downshift. It kind of gets tricky, but I mean, it's all right if you're just doing daily driving. This is fine. The column shift, not the column shifter, the fucking gear shifter, whatever the fuck. the gear shifter is fine. The layout, everything, it's okay. I mean, it's very basic, which I like. I mean, for the price point, it's fine. I mean, pretty much everything carries over from the regular V6 Charger base model. Nothing much is different. All right. With the interior itself, as far as quality, like I said, I mean, it's like a V6 Charger. There's nothing really much different. These seats, I like the seats themselves. I like the bolstering. I like the material. Now I didn't get the leather. I didn't get the pleather with the whatever the hell Alcantara suede inserts. Just because every used Charger that I checked out, it doesn't wear that well. And if I wasn't sure, because I'm leasing the car, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna buy it. From what I've seen, like if you look at like 2015 Chargers, especially on the driver's seat, this bolster is usually like super messed up on the leather seats or the ones with the suede Alcantara in the middle. Usually this Alcantara is super dirty. The seats just, I don't know if again it's the material, the quality. It just doesn't wear that well. And to me, I don't really need the cool seats, which is cool. The cool seats would be cool. But with the leather and the Alcantara in California, leather seats get super hot. So I mean that's the only really reason you would need the cooling feature, because they get super hot already. These, they still stay pretty cool. They're fine. Or the heated. I mean the heated seats are nice, but was it really worth the, I think like the $2,000, $3,000 difference? Not really. These are just fine. The material is fine. It wears pretty well. I don't have any wear problems on the bolsters here, like the leather seat guys do. It has a little B in the center. Now I wish this, again, same thing. I wish this was the white and gray, but I do wish it had the color in it. Again, this is just probably like a cost-saving thing for Dodge. And that's it. But the major thing I have, now I don't know if this is a big issue with the Chargers, I haven't really researched it, but, oh, of course, now it doesn't make the sound. I don't know if you can pick that up. But basically, I've taken the car to the dealership for like 3 times for this issue, but the seat creaks like a 87 Yugo. And this is the first car, like, this is brand new, 20,000 miles. The seat sounds like shit. But the seat itself, you hit a bump, and it, as you're driving along, that, like, little noises like that really piss me off. And the thing is, every time I take it to the dealership, or I try to show the problem, it doesn't do it. But I'll be randomly driving, and it'll just go as you hit like bumps. And now I know everyone knows how shitty LA roads are. But other than that, yeah, the interior is whatever. I mean, it's pretty good. It's comfortable. I've taken it on multiple road trips. I've taken it, you know, hundreds of miles, driven for multiple hours on end. Doesn't hurt my back. It has a comfortable position, has the bolstering. So the interior, other than that, those are my kind of gripes, for just like how it looks and kind of just the functionality. But everything else, I mean, it's pretty nice. The Alpine, the sound system is fine. It's not I think the Beats or the Harman Kardon that you can choose. Yeah, it's fine. So as far as the Uconnect system, let me start it up and see. Pretty much basic, same thing. It doesn't have, I don't have the tweaker, the tweeter, oh, the taser, to get like the SRT stuff. It's really not a big issue. Timers are cool. I think most performance cars nowadays do this. I know in 2011 or 2012, when the first SRT Chargers and 300s and all that came out, this was like a really big deal. Everyone's like, oh, wow. But I think nowadays most cars do this. The gauges, again, I mean, why couldn't they just make it so you could drag and just set up your own custom page? And then you have this big area, but shit. But you only give it 3 on each. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know. I'd like to be able to see the trans temp, but it's on a different page. And it's like, why the hell would I care about battery voltage? Yeah. So like I said, about this stuff, the vehicle info, it's cool. I think most cars, I mean, especially like the new, when you think about like the 2019 Mustang, where they have the full digital dash. I think Dodge, I mean, in 2011, this was like oh wow, you know, like it was a big deal. 2015 when they put the bigger screen in it, it was a big deal. But I think at this point, at 2019, I'd like to see Dodge with the new Chargers put in a full digital screen. I got my car down to 36,000. I mean, if I were to do it again, I would definitely buy this car again. Like I said, it hasn't let me down. It's been good. It draws good and bad attention. Won't be getting either like a Hellcat or another Scat-Pack. Honestly, it just the customer service from Dodge. Like I said, I've taken my car for that seat issue multiple times, and it's kind of disheartening because it doesn't get solved. And okay, like if you buy like a M3, M4, whatever, BMW will kiss your toes whenever you bring in the car. You know, they'll give you a free coffee and breakfast and all this and that. Versus Dodge, I mean, you can bring in a Trackhawk and they're gonna treat you the same way as if you bought a V6 Charger, which to me it's kind of like not the biggest issue, but at this point in my life, I think I want something that, I don't know, I guess you could say like this is kind of like a young person's car, versus I think my next car, if I would get a sedan, it'd be more something like a CTS-V or like a M550i, or like an E40. Actually, do they make the E40? Yeah, but something like that, more higher end, a little bit nicer interior, a little bit more creature comforts. I think in general, I think Dodge kind of missed the ball with the Scat-Pack, because I think every muscle car maker, Ford, Dodge, Chevy, not Dodge, Ford and Chevy, they kind of have the entry level, like a GT SS, and then they have the track. You know, you have the Track Pack GT, you have the 1LE SS, and I think that's what the Scat-Pack should have been for Dodge. They should have maybe thrown on a little bit of better suspension, cut the weight a little bit, made it like a track weapon, thrown some decent tires on it, some wheels. But I think the Dodge kind of missed the ball with it. They were just like, oh, we're not gonna do any of that. We'll just give a price cut on the SRTs, throw you know, a cheaper interior into it, no adjustable ride, and there you go. That's the Scat-Pack, which I think, like I said, in general, I think Dodge kind of missed the ball on that. But again, for the starting price, if you can get it from a dealership, 40,000, or you know, 42 with it a little bit more optioned out with the radar, and then all the blind spot monitoring and the leather interior, I don't think it's a bad deal. I think honestly it's a pretty great deal for the money. There's not many cars out there that will hang with it new. Now I'm talking about new for the price point, because if you're looking at like an M550i, you're talking about like 70, 80,000, and at that point you're in Hellcat money, and a Hellcat will definitely destroy an M550i. Again, not maybe with the interior, but just performance-wise. If you're looking at performance, this is it right here. I definitely think I will be going with a different manufacturer for my next daily driver. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Through your blocks and like we drumming this shit. Boy, this effing got a kick, look like I'm punting some shit. Snapper on the roof, scope look like he hunting your click.